Well, hello, it's Miss Allie.
It's your favorite, Zoe Wims.
That's right. Make sure you like,
Share
comment
and subscribe.
right now. All right, Zone.
Uh-oh.
It's gonna be juicy this time.
She always says it's gonna be juicy.
It
I think
is.
It's feeling super. She did a little shimmy. It's gonna be super juicy.
Age. Is age
Ooh.
nothing but a number?
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Honey, we got stories because I heard some of the stuff you didn't say.
Hey!
He tried to convince me that some of these young girls, they're like, cuz it's different. These millennials are different, you know.
Why you gotta be putting my business out here? Let me tell my business on the show. Okay?
Anyways, I've heard this from other people as well. Age ain't but nothing but a number. But I beg to differ. Now, I will say, because it's a yin and a yang to it.
Yeah.
You can find someone that's young, that's mature, whatever, on your level, as well as you can find someone your age that's not as mature or on your level. However, I still say, no matter what, if you're because I'm not in my 20s right now, so if you are between the age of 21 and 26, even if you're mature, I still say age is a factor. It's still a factor because you're going to show your true colors. You haven't experienced life long enough for me. Age ain't nothing but a number. Ooh, I could go so many places with this.
Go ahead, because I'm listening. Because you know I'm about to play devil's advocate. And I'm
That's
going to be
fine.
on the other side.
Okay, so it's 21 to 25.
All right.
To me, too young. I still feel like you need more of experience, even if you're mature. Because I met a guy that was 25. He seemed mature, but as you get to know these people, as you watch these people, you see their age come through.
Okay.
And then again, as you know, I like me some zaddies. You feel me? That 40 and up. To me, and this is through experience now, and this is now I'm about to be hypocritical.
Uh-huh.
Never mind.
Because we all play the fool at least once, right?
Dang it.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
Uh-huh.
I want to say that the zaddies are more mature, and some of them are.
No.
So, okay, some of them are, but then I had to put my foot in my mouth and say, never mind.
Okay, so let me ask you this then. I'm at the age where I can date younger or older, right? And I experienced both worlds. I experienced younger, I experienced around my age, and I experienced older and older. So,
Me too.
all right. So, like, I also have guy friends who are the same age as me, but our maturity levels are quite different.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Even if you want to go off this being successful, and who knows what level of success you want to go off of, but being somewhat established, and I've seen guys that had decent jobs or great jobs, but are immature. They still act like a kid. They can't manage their money, but they could date a younger girl, and that younger girl, 24, like you said, in the age range, feels like she got a zaddy and she has this grown man because he has these material things.
Yeah, we think he's stable. I mean,
okay.
For one, if a young girl's gonna date an older man, that's one
I
of
got
the
you.
reasons we think
Yeah,
he's
that's
stable.
security.
We think that exactly
Okay.
security, more mature.
Okay. So,
But that don't
all right,
mean-
they don't mean nothing.
For
Because,
dang it.
all right, and like you said, we all play the fool at times. Because I feel like I've been pretty mature throughout my life. And I always gravitated more towards older women. And thinking almost in a sense, like the woman did for older men. Thinking that, all right, they're emotionally mature, they know what they want,
Yes, right.
etc., right? And come to find out, no, sometimes they can be worse. Yeah, they might have their house paid off. I'm like, you can give anybody time and keep the same job through years. Eventually, they're going to end up paying off their house, car, and all that good stuff.
Right.
I'm like, that means that's great, but that means absolutely nothing when it comes to maturity, But I realized that I can find somebody 28, 26, because I don't like to go young, though. I really don't. But they can have a more mature mind than the woman that I perceive to be more mature because of her age, and she looks more mature.
Okay.
Because I'm a sucker for professional women. Oh,
Like
sexy,
many
classy.
men out here, absolutely.
Well, I think a lot of men are really intimidated by some professional women.
Okay.
But I mean, I don't know where I was going with that.
I know, because once you say one thing, it's like, hold on.
I know I can go in so many directions, but it's hit or miss. Because I had older women that play that little game of like, we haven't really got to know each other yet, but they can tell that we got to communicate. So once we start conversing, they realize, wow, like he can carry a conversation. I would have thought, what can this young da 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 da, I'm not gonna tell my age, can converse with me about and carry on a conversation. And okay, I bust that bubble because I'm pretty mature for my age, I feel, and I can conversate. Means nothing. I can converse. Thank you. And so, after a while, you got this 50, 40-year-old woman trying to play this little cat game of thinking that, I guess it's an ego boost for her, and she feels that she maybe can manipulate me to a certain degree.
That sound like some of these men.
Exactly. And I can be this boy toy, like she can play certain games, and like I won't catch it. And I'm just like, oh, like this is what these young girls be doing. So she's just doing it in a different way, but I'm just like, yo, like I'm screwed because people are people.
All right.
It comes down to people are people.
Basically.
It doesn't even matter the age because
it doesn't. I wanted
it's
to
like,
say it matters.
I know it doesn't.
I mean, in a sense, it does.
To a certain degree, it can matter.
It can.
It can.
But then again, like you said, a lot of y'all older folks out here, okay, 40 and up. I'm disappointed. I'm just gonna be honest.
Oh, definitely.
Not all y'all, but some of y'all really, it's like midlife crisis going on here. You feel me?
But I gotta give some of them the benefit of the doubt because. Okay. Let's say a woman had a baby at 16 or early in life and maybe got married or whatever it may be. So it took her out that life of building, going through life, building her emotions and dating more and this and that because she put her child first, which I hope she did and she should. So that's a sacrifice because now she's not focusing on herself. I'm not saying that that's selfish, but we all need that time period in life to be able to know who you are, know what you like, what you don't like, and figure out who you are at your core. And I realize a lot of times that after their children get to a certain age, that these older women now finally start wanting to say, embrace who they are because they can, but at the same time they be lost too. And sometimes you got some of these older women be out here thotting, as they call it, like the early 20s because they didn't get that period in their life.
Yeah.
So it's like they missed 2 decades, raising this child, and now they're in their 40s and 50s, kind of going backwards.
Yeah.
And that's what I was talking about with the game. And when I'm just like, yo, man, like I ain't trying to deal with this. Like, really?
Yeah.
You trying to act like just because you're this age that I'm automatically supposed to just think that you're this type of you have this type of maturity and whatnot. When realistically, I can tell that you don't. You're reminding me of some of these girls in their mid-20s. You just physically older and maybe have a house and a car, material things that the younger girls have not, gotten to yet.
Not yet.
That does not make you better or more mature.
Not at all. Not at all.
Just my thoughts.
Interesting. We can go so many places with
I know.
this. So many places.
It's a great topic, though.
Because I want to break down the guys, but we're going to have to do that next episode.
I'm going to need to hear that, though.
Yeah, because you talk about stability with older women.
Dang.
What about the lack of stability with older men?
Ooh.
It's just so much. It's just so
And the ones that need that blue pill. Let me stop before.
Surprised. They don't. But we'll get to it later. You guys make sure to like,
share,
comment,
and subscribe
right now. Peace.